Hello, my name is Ed Gersten, and I wanted to talk with you today a little bit about a new opportunity that we're going to make available to our CCA students beginning next year. That's the 22-23 school year. And this opportunity is in the career and technical education field. So um, let's let's get started. All right. So first of all, you may not know what CTE is. That stands for Career and Technical Education, and this is basically a sequence of classes that sort of combine academic information or academic knowledge, um, technical knowledge, and sort of workforce or occupational knowledge in a set of classes that gives students a pathway to post-secondary education, so in college, but also as careers. So students basically learn about career possibilities and learn about a particular field. When students complete this pathway, in general with CTE, when they complete a CTE pathway, there's a notation made on their transcript that they are a completer. They've completed this pathway, and that looks nice on resumes and on transcripts. There are lots and lots of different career and technical education pathways available all over the state. In our district, we have several CTE pathways available, but surprisingly, up until now, we have had nothing in the biotechnology arena. And so this will be the first opportunity for students in our district to progress along this kind of pathway. And we think that's pretty good news. So what would this pathway look like for CCA students? Well, it's going to be made up of two courses, what we call a concentrator course and a capstone course. The concentrator course is Biotechnology 1. You can think of this as an introductory course into biotechnology. The prerequisites for this class will be the completion of biology and also enrollment, either concurrent or complete enrollment in chemistry. And then more about the details of Biotech 1 in a sec. For Biotechnology 2, obviously you must have completed Biotechnology 1. It is a pathway, and so they must be taken in sequence. In addition, you must have completed chemistry and must be at least 16 years old, and by May 31st of the year that the course is taken. The rationale behind this is that towards the end of our Biotech 2 capstone course, students will participate in like a round robin interview sort of activity where we try to bring in local biotech and academic individuals to sort of interview our Biotech 2 students to try to set up maybe some internships for the summer, that kind of thing. So since you need to be 16 years old to do that sort of summer internship activity and work in a lab, we wanted to include this as a prerequisite for the course. So that's the basic setup of the pathway. Let's look a little bit more closely at each of the two classes. Like I said, Biotechnology 1, it's called a concentrator course. That's like your starter course. The topics that we will be discussing in this class. So we'll be obviously introducing the topic of biotechnology. We talk about bioethics, which is important in the biotechnology world. And then we talk about research methodologies and the scientific method. And that helps us sort of lead into our experimental procedures and like biostatistics math component of the course. We then discuss biochemistry, cell biology, and the organisms that you use that are typical for use in biotech, like bacteria and viruses. And then there are sections on DNA and proteins, structure and function and manipulation. So isolating DNA, isolating proteins, introducing mutations, doing amplification, that kind of thing. So those technologies. We will spend some time talking about assays and how assays are developed. Some time talking about genetics and human diseases and how that is impacted by biotechnology. We'll have a section on genetic engineering, and students will learn how to do CRISPR, for example. And then we will have a section on careers in biotech where students are encouraged to explore different career possibilities that they might find interesting in the biotech world. Our second course, Biotechnology 2, that's the, like I said, the capstone course. That's the second one, the advanced version. So since it's an advanced version, there's some overlap in topics, but in each case, the course goes to a deeper level in Biotech 2 than it did in Biotech 1. So we revisit scientific method and how that looks in practice, a deeper focus in biostatistics. We do gene sequencing and bioinformatics. There's a section on natural products drug discovery and on cloning. We'll revisit what we learned about genetic engineering. Students will learn about forensics and human identification. Back to that business and career end, so the business of biotech and some career essentials. Students will complete an independent research project, and hopefully there will be some opportunities for summer internships that come from this. So that's a basic summary of what those two courses will look like. Biotech 1 will be offered in the fall, I should say, and Biotech 2 will be offered in the spring. There are some implications of this new pathway for current CCA students. So if you're a parent of a student who has already been through CCA and maybe took one of our previous research classes, this part is for you. If this doesn't make any sense to you, you've never heard of Quest before, then you can kind of skip ahead. So in the past, we offered a collection of classes that we called under the umbrella of Quest. So there was a research methods class, that was Quest 1. There was an applied sciences class, which was really sort of a science fair preparation class. And we had a Quest 3 research internship class. Quest 1 and Quest 2 are going away, and we're going to effectively replace them with Biotechnology 1 and Biotechnology 2. I say effectively because really, like I said, Quest 2 used to be more of a independent research science fair class, whereas Biotech 2 is not. It has some aspects of that, but it's not identical or not the same. We will still have research internship opportunities at CCA, as students have had in the past. It's not going to be called Quest anymore, and it's not going to have Quest 1 and Quest 2 as a prerequisite anymore because obviously those classes are going away. So we need to kind of rework the wording and the structure of our research internship class. That hasn't been finalized yet, but there will still be the opportunity for students to do research internships. And then importantly, especially for students who are here right now, there's no crossover between Quest and our old Quest classes and CTE. And that's because the CTE is a pathway. So you have to start at the beginning of the pathway and proceed to the end of the pathway in order to kind of get credit for doing it. They're separate classes, and so Quest and CTE can't substitute for one another. In other words, if your student took Quest research methods already, that student can't skip Biotech 1 and go directly to Biotech 2. You have to sort of start at the beginning of the pathway and proceed to the end of the pathway. So, but they also don't overlap. So they can't substitute for one another. So a student who has taken Quest research methods can also take Biotechnology 1 and still get credit for it, still get elective credit for it on the transcript and towards graduation. So they're separate classes. They don't overlap in that way. I hope that helps. All right, so that was kind of a lot, and it was kind of quick. But if you have questions that I can address, I'm one of the two people who will be teaching the CTE biotechnology classes. The other teacher is Deb Balch, and you can reach out to either of us at the email addresses listed here if you have questions or if we can give you some more information. All right, so I hope to hear from you, and thanks for watching.